Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We will back again, but with another moderator. Okay, firstly, I will introduce myself. My name is Santi Natalia, and I will guide you all here to be your moderator. Okay, and here also Mbak Sani will help me and help us to screen share, also to manage your PowerPoint. And this time, okay, uh, do you still remember the guidance of this room? Okay, I will be the moderator, and will have a job as your timekeeper too, and then to manage your in this room. Okay, and now for the first presentation is from Dian Utama Pratiwi with the team Endang Budianti and Renaldi Ekatama Surya with the title The Implementation of Regional Government Policies in the New Normal COVID-19 Era. Miss Dian or Mrs. Dian, can you hear my voice? Are you there? Okay, next. Okay. I will call last call. Okay, Miss Dian Utama Pratiwi Putri. Okay.
Okay, moderator.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, you can present your PowerPoint at 10 minutes. Okay, if the time is over, I will remind you and cut your slide. Okay, please take your time.
Okay, thank you. Right. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, all. My name is Dian Utama Pratiwi Putri, and my partner, on research, Ms. Endang Budiati and M. Renandi Ekatama Surya. I will present the results of the research with the title Implementation of Regional Government Policies New Normal COVID-19 Era. Next. Okay. My background in my research in restoring productive and safe community. In restoring productive and safe community activities of COVID-19, the government foundation are namely the decrease in the number based on the number of deaths, the decrease in the number of positive cases, including case of people under surveillance or ODP and patients under surveillance PDP who are hospitalized. Also, the number of patients recovered and has completed the monitoring. Another indicator is by looking at the results of the number of laboratory examinations, where the positivity and the use of the RT or RT approach method called the effective reproductive rate, which is less than. Next. Hello, next. Hello, next.
Yes. I have next slide. Objective, right? Bu, lanjut Bu. Nge-lag. Dian nge-lag.
Okay, Mbak Dian Utama. Mbak Dian, please can your microphone open, please?
Okay,
Yes,
yes.
you can continue.
Okay, continue.
Okay, okay, please.
Adjective, the main adjective. Please, my PowerPoint. Okay. The main objective of this research is to determine the implementation of local government policies in the new normal era during the COVID-19 pandemic in Lampung Province, Indonesia in 2020. To achieve this goal, the type of research selected was a descriptive qualitative method through the source approach, or institutional research, and audience approach, or audience research. Okay, by method, this study used as descriptive method with a qualitative approach that aims to describe the implementation of local government policies in the new normal COVID-19 era in Lampung. In the
Okay, Mbak Dian, hello.
Okay, next,
Yes.
continue for my result. The important role of community behavior in obeying local government policies in the new normal era are normally. The socialization stage, of course, must be understood and also obeyed by the community. In a sense, the success of a productive and safe COVID-19 community is very much dependent on community discipline and collective awareness in Okay, next, my results in the table. The following is a description of people's attitudes and knowledge about the new normal. Table 1.1 respondents. Please the table next. Okay. From the table, the respondent which joined the study were 100 respondents, and from 100 respondents,
Miss Dian, hello. Can you continue?
okay, I can continue.
Okay.
Next, table 1.2. 1.2.
1.2, okay.
Previous, please.
Previews, please. Okay.
Okay. It was founded 88. I'm so sorry, moderator.
What happened?
Maybe treble. I don't know. Next, continue in table 1.3, please.
1.3, please. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the level of education. From the table, the response 1.3.
1.3. Yeah. Okay.
Level of education.
Yes. Yes. Already
Okay.
you can read. Yes.
Okay. 96% of the respondents were university and senior high school graduate, while 8% were junior high school and elementary school graduate.
Do you have unstable connection, Miss Dian?
Here.
Okay.
Table 1.4 employment. From the
Table
table, the respondents who worked well, 79% and 21% did not have fixed jobs. Table 1.5 community behavior. From the table, it's found that 76% of the respondents had positive behavior towards new normal, while 24% had negative behavior. Next, table 1.6 knowledge. From the table, it was found that 87% of the respondents were knowledgeable and prepared towards the new normal, while the other 30% did not have adequate knowledge and are unprepared to face the new normal. Okay, next, please. Table 1.7, implementation of new normal. It was found that 96% of the community agreed to the application of new normal and 4% disagree. Table 1.8, respondent domicile. From the table was found that 35% of the respondent domicile from Bandar Lampung, 20% from Lampung Barat, 8% from Pesisir Barat, 5% from Waikanan, 4% for Metro, Pesawaran, Tanggamus, and Lampung Selatan. 3% from Tulang Bawang Barat, and Mesuji. 2% from Lampung Utara and 1% from Lampung Timur. Next. Discussion.
1 minute more, Mas Dian.
Okay. Discussion. The challenge in the new normal era are many Lampung residents have migrated to work abroad to outside the region, and when the COVID-19 pandemic occurred, they returned to Lampung. Please next to my PowerPoint. Discussion. Lampung province is a cross-connecting area between the island of Java and Sumatra with high mobility. The R50
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you for Miss Dian. Your time is up. Okay, thank you. And
Okay,
now,
I'm so sorry.
never
Trouble
mind.
in
It's
my
never mind. Okay, okay.
Okay, thank you, moderator.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Please stay. Don't forget to stay, and we will have discussion in the end of this session. Okay, we still have six presenter. Okay, after that is discussion time. Please prepare your question too. All participants, please, you can send your question to discussion time. Okay. Now in participant 16, Mrs. Nova Nurwindasari, Anita Agatha, and Anissa Agatha Arman Patria with the title Factor Affecting COVID-19 Disease Prevention Behavior in Bandar Lampung, Indonesia. Miss Nova Nurwinda, are you here? You can open your microphone. Who will be the presenter? Nova Nurwinda or Anissa Agatha? Hello? Can you hear me? Miss Novita, Miss Nova, and Miss Anissa? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. This is
Agatha, Miss.
Okay, Anissa Agatha. You can present your PowerPoint now. Take your time.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to say thank you for coming and attending in my presentation. I'm glad to see you all. First of all, I would like to introduce myself and my partner. I'm Anissa Gata and my partner, Miss Nurse Nova Nurwinda Sariamka and Mr. Armen Patria SKPM MMK. We are from University Mitra Indonesia in Lampung. Next. In this nice operation presenting my paper, Factor Effective COVID-19 Disease Protection Behavior in Bandar Lampung, Indonesia. At the beginning of 2020, there was a new type of virus that broke out and shocked the whole world, namely a new type of coronavirus called SARS-CoV-2 and the disease caused by the virus called coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19. According to data in March 2019, a total of 90,308 individuals were infected with the COVID-19 virus. Globally, as of 17 August 2020, there have been 21.5, 16.70 confirmed cause of COVID-19, including 766.663 deaths reported to WHO. Situation by WHO regions, America have been 11.561.554 cases of COVID-19. America ranks the highest for COVID-19 cases compared to other countries. In Indonesia, there were 130,178 COVID-19 swabs with a total of 85,798 patients recovered and 5,903 positive corona patients. Meanwhile, in Lampung province, 320 people were confirmed positive for COVID-19, with 230 patients being declared cured and 13 patients being declared dead. The next. Antiviral or vaccine not yet to be found to deal well with this SARS-CoV-2 virus. The main key to preventing this disease is to break the chain of transmission through independent isolation, conduct early detection, and perform basic protection. Thus, the public is encouraged to continue to apply this basic protection, even though the government has now used a new normal policy, which means that people are allowed to carry out activity as usual, but by implementing health protocols. However, many people do not respond to the risk, and some people even ignore government regulation because they take the virus lightly. Next. Trial method. The first design, the research design used was analytic with a cross-sectional approach. Second, population and sample. First, population in this study were all residents will live in Bandar Lampung with sample collection techniques using snowball sampling. The second, there was 100 response. We were sectored in 10 regions in Bandar Lampung. And Times Research, April 17 to April 24, 2020. Next. Dependent variable, COVID-19 prevention behavior, and independent variable, the one gender, second age, the third education level, fourth knowledge of COVID-19, and analysts use CASPAR tests. Next. The result. First, gender. Basis of gender, most of them are male, namely as many as 82%. Second, age. Based on age, most of the categories of respondents are adults age 26 until 45, namely 70 respondents or 70%. And the third, education level. Most of the respondents with higher education level were 55 responding or 55%. Next.
3 minutes more, please.
Okay. Knowledge about COVID-19. Based of the level of respondents, knowledge about most of the response now was good, namely 7 to respond. And COVID-19 prevention behavior, most of the respondent was good, namely 50 respondent percent. Next. There is no relationship between gender and COVID-19 with p-value 0.067, p-value more than 0.05, and the second relationship between age and COVID-19, p-value less than 0.05. Third, less relationship between education level and COVID-19 behavior with p-value less than 0.05, and last, the relationship between knowledge about COVID-19 and prevention behavior, p-value less than 0.05. Next. Conclusion. Conclusion, the study showed that one, there is no relationship between gender and COVID-19 prevention behavior in Menlo Lampung. Second, there is a relationship between age and COVID-19. Third, there is a relationship between education level and COVID-19 prevention. There is relationship between know about COVID-19 and the last prevention behavior. Okay, thank you for your attention. I hope everything I did share useful for all of us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for your nice presentation, Mrs. Nova Nurwinda. And don't forget to all participants, if you have question, please text us to our chat room so we can, when we in the discussion time, we can discuss about that question. Okay, for the next presenter, please, Mrs. Niken Yuniarsari, for the title, Effect of Stopping Therapy on Anxiety in the Elderly Facing the COVID-19 Pandemic in Elderly Home. Please, Mrs. Niken.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you can present your...
Good afternoon, everyone. Before I start my speech, I would like to say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks to Strada International Conference on Health, let me introduce myself first. My name is Niken Yuniarsari, and my team is Mr. Budiantoro MKep and Dr. Maria Septijantini Ali. We are lectured from Universitas Mitra Indonesia. Today, I will share my research with you all. The title is Effect of Thought-Stopping Therapy on Anxiety in Elderly Facing. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Belum ya punya aku ya.
Next slide.
Okay, in this part, I want to explain about introduction. Coronavirus disease or COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by the coronavirus. Most people infected with COVID-19 will experience mild to moderate respiratory disease and recover with the requiring special treatment. Elderly and patients with medical problems such as cardiovascular disease, diabetic, chronic respiratory disease, and cancer are more likely to develop serious illness. This is according to World Health Organization 2020. And then next slide, background. Next slide, please. As we know that on December 31, 2019, the World Health Organization in China reported a case of pneumonia of unknown etiology in Wuhan, Hubei province in China. And on January 7, 2020, China identified pneumonia of unknown etiology as a new type of coronavirus or COVID-19. And on March 2, 2020, in Indonesia reported to case of COVID-19 as of July 26, 2020. So this is make the elderly are considered to be at high risk to COVID-19. The data from the Oxford COVID-19 Evidence Service date 25 March 2020 shows that 3.6% are 60 years old and 14.8% are 70 years old. As we know that before the COVID-19, the elderly normal life, but COVID-19 make the change of life, change of their life, make anxiety because of the elderly high risk for transmit coronavirus and will immune system weak of immune system, I mean, and also presence of comorbid chronic disease and make higher risk of death. This is according to Meng et al. 2020. So the researcher giving therapy to stopping to reduce anxiety so the elderly can defeat COVID-19. Next slide. Next slide, please. So this research purpose is to determine the effect of the stopping therapy on anxiety in elderly facing the COVID-19 pandemic in elderly home. Next. In this slide, I will explain about material and method. The population in 78 people stay in elderly home with chosen by criteria inclusion. The first is elderly with who can still hear and able to communicate clearly. And then with 10% dropout, the result sample is 70 people. And 35 intervention and 35 control, quasi-experimental with control group of pre and post-test design with generalized anxiety disorder or GAD-7. Next. Next, please. This is data collection procedure. The research starts from determining inclusion according sample data in 8 July 2020, and the respondent field questionnaire are pretest in 20 July 2020, and then the therapy 20 July until 1 August 2020, and post-test after 3 days, and the schedule of daily activity to apply stopping therapy, and then processing data and the result. Next, please. Next. This is characteristic elderly based on age. The average age of the elderly is almost 69 years old. The youngest was 60 years old, and the oldest is 78 years old. And most of the elderly are male, or 69%. Next. And this is characteristic of elderly based on education. The majority of the education level of the elderly is not school, as many as 22 people or 62.9%. Next. And this table is respondent characteristic based on length of stay in home elderly. The average length of stay in the elderly home for the elderly is 4 years, with the longest data being 13 years. Next. And this is description of the level of anxiety in elderly before stopping therapy. We can see that average anxiety in elderly before giving stopping therapy was 12.43 or moderate anxiety, and intervention group and the control group is 12.31 or moderate anxiety. Next. This is mean of the averaging of the anxiety. We can see that the mean of anxiety in control group is 12.31, decrease become 11.46, and the intervention from 12.43 decrease become 7.77. The result statistic test showed that significant differences between elderly in intervention and control group with p-value less than 0.005. And this is suitable according to the theory that stopping is self-taught stopping technique that can be used whenever an individual wants to remove disturbing thought and unwanted thought from discussion. This is according to Townsend to 2009. And the disturbing thought experienced by the elderly are the threat of the death and elderly that cause feeling fear, worry, and anxiety. And then after being given stopping therapy, the elderly are able to stop disturbing thoughts. Next.
2 minutes more, please.
Yes. This is the related research according to Augusta Rica 2009. In his research explained that the use of stopping therapy has significant effect in reducing the anxiety of patients with physical disorder and the Sorong District Hospital. And then the Nation 2011 shows that caregiver anxiety level with children undergoing psychotherapy have decreased significantly after being given stopping therapy. Next, please. Yes, the last is conclusion. Stopping therapy affect the anxiety of elderly facing the COVID-19 pandemic, and then stopping is recommended for the treatment of anxiety in elderly home and communities because stopping therapy is therapy help decrease level of anxiety caused by disturbing thoughts that make a person unable to focus. This ability is needed to change the maladaptive behavior become adaptive behavior. Next. Okay, I think enough for today. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nice presentation from Mrs. Niken Yuniarsari. And now for next presenter, please Mr. Tubagus Erwin Nurdiansyah with the team Aulia Rahman and Andi Surya with the title Analysis Family Encouragement and Support the Health Worker in the Applying Healthy Lifestyle of the Hypertension in the Pandemic COVID-19 in Bandar Lampung. Please, Mr. Tubagus. Have you joined here? Halo, Mr. Tubagus Erwin Nurdiansyah. Okay. Okay, please. You can present your PowerPoint, Mr. Tubagus. I can hear your voice. Sorry, Mr. Tubagus. Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, yes. Okay.
Thank you. Good afternoon all. My name is Tubagus Erwin Nurdiansyah. I am lecturer at Health Faculty of Mitra Indonesia University at Lampung. I want to represent my friend Mr. Aulia Rahman, Magister of Nursing, and Mr. Dr. Andi Surya to present the result of our research and detailed analysis, family empowerment, and support the health worker in the applying healthy lifestyle of hypertension in pandemic COVID-19 in Bandar Lampung City, Indonesia. I'm sorry if my English is not good because I'm learning English. Next slide. Next slide.
Okay, wait for a while.
Okay. Yes. Hypertension still being a health problem in the world. The World Health Organization, but the number of patient hypertension will continue to increase in line with population increasing. In 2025 future, an estimate 29% citizen of the world exposed of hypertension. World Health Organization says the emerging economies having patient hypertension as much as 40%, while developed countries only 35%. Africa region holding the top patient hypertension as much as 40%. American areas of 35% and South Asia 36%. Next slide. Next slide. Next. Ya,
Next.
baik.
Yeah.
Previous slide. Yeah. On this chart, show the comorbid contribute to death from SARS-CoV among other cardiovascular disease of 13.2%, diabetes mellitus of 90.8%, and then respiratory disease of 8%, and cancer of 7.4%. Some comorbids such as high death rate. Next slide. Healthy lifestyle in pandemic, balanced nutrition balance need to improve endurance order, not to be easily diseased, and then physical distancing done to get a chance or expose the virus derived from droplet. Wearing a mask, some are physical distancing must provide protection someone not to exposed to the virus. Hand washing done to kill the virus, and then is it the hand, which hand often once used to touch face and eat. Regular exercise, this is to improve stamina body and endurance order not to be easily exposed to the virus. Next slide. Next slide, please. Material and methods. Method to research use survey analytic. Design to research use cross-sectional. Population in this research is people aged 40 until 55 years of hypertension. Use technique sampling, proportional, random sampling, and analysis and statistic use the chi-square. Next slide. Result. Based on the research done, according to researcher, the majority of respondents supported the family. Well, this is because the family felt that in most part of his patient are in need of assistance and attention, and other family members to pay special attention to everything to healing. Patient, especially in the COVID, this pandemic is susceptible once to infected with other diseases such as corona. Next. Based on the research done, according to researchers, in majority of respondents supported health workers. This was because the health workers keep respondent to keep clean and healthy lifestyle. The health worker are always able to his job and have the time to explain to his important behaviors. Respondent in the hope of recovering and heavier healthy condition give that the company of vulnerable to other disease. Next slide. Based on the research, according to researcher, most clean and healthy lifestyle respondent, but this because the respondent awareness of clean of healthy lifestyle in the COVID pandemic, in addition family encouragement and paramedic often given. The so as awareness and the care in increase relating to clean and healthy lifestyle. As always, washing hands with soap to kill germs, sport routine to increase stamina in the body, and feed on healthy food and nutrition is also to stimulate for endurance COVID pandemic. Next. Based on the research done above, researcher recording in one of factor why clean and healthy living behavior in patient hypertension. Good cause, one of them is a factor support health worker. Due to the stability of support good health worker and a patient hypertension, so clean and healthy living behavior is getting better. So also on the other hand, this is in accordance with the result of the study. That is, there are 48 respondents which has support good with worker, where 33 respondent a good clean and healthy living behavior. This is because of medical personnel with the support of good will increase knowledge of respondent for his important clean and healthy living behavior. In addition, of respondent also will feel in notice and motivate to increase and applying clean and healthy life behavior. Clean
1
and
minute
healthy life
more.
so that yes.
1 minute more.
Okay. The pandemic COVID also gave a boost to every individual from himself because they felt afraid too. Next. Next slide. Yeah, conclusion. Based on the research, then the researcher can draw the conclusion that clean and healthy lifestyle must be implemented with increase during the pandemic COVID-19 for all individuals to the community of a group of the family until the nation, especially to those who have a chronic disease is vulnerable to the transmission of the virus corona. Next.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Tubagus Erwin. Yeah, your time is up. And please, for the next presenter, Mrs. Dwi Julia Maritasari and Mrs. Febria Listina with the title Analysis of Executive Assessment Program Exclusive Breastfeeding in Yosodasi Health Center Metro City Lampung. Have you joined? Okay, you can present now.
Yeah, thanks, Mrs. Santi Natalia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Moderator and all participants. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dwi Yulia Maritasari. I am from the University of Mitra Indonesia, and my partner is Febria Listina. I would like to say thank you to Institute Ilmu Kesehatan Strada Indonesia for the opportunity, so I could present my research article. And this article titled Analysis of Executive Assessment Program Exclusive Breastfeeding in Yosodadi Health Center Metro City Lampung, Indonesia. And this is what my research has been looking at, so let's start. Next. Next. Okay. Introduction. Breast milk or ASI is the best food for babies in the first 6 months of life. Exclusive breastfeeding in Indonesia is still a cause of concern. Babies who are not exclusive breastfeeding are at a much greater risk of dying from diarrhea or pneumonia. In addition, it cannot support the baby immune system and can lead to obesity or diabetes in the future, and it increases the risk of infection disease. Next. In Indonesia, as much as 96% of women or mothers breastfeed their children all their life, but not only about 42% of babies under the age of 6 months who receive exclusive breastfeeding. The coverage of exclusive breastfeeding in Indonesia is also still lacking. And based on data from the Metro City Health Office in 2016, the lowest coverage of exclusive breastfeeding was at the Yosadadi Health Center as Metro, which was 45.45. In 2014, infants were exclusive breastfeeding were 51.81. In 2050, it decreased to 45.55, and in 2016 it increased to 40.93%. Next slide. The research was conducted at the Yosadadi Metro Timur Health Center, Metro City Lampung. This type of research is qualitative with a phenomenological approach. The technique of determining informant in this study in by purposive sampling, or the researcher determined the criteria for informant. In this study, 11 informants included the head of the Yosadadi Community Health Center, the coordinating midwife, staff holding the nutrition program, 2 cadres, and 6 breastfeeding mothers. Collecting data using in-depth interview, observation and focus group discussion, data analysis using data reduction, data presentation, and verification or conclusion. Next. Result and discussion. The first, planning. Planning on the exclusive breastfeeding program at the Yosadadi Community Health Center, Metro City is good. However, it still needs to be optimized related to the target of the offering exclusive breastfeeding that has not been achieved. The objective aspect, it is made in accordance with the existing program, but it has not reached the expected target. The policy aspect, the health center has implemented a policy based on the government regulation on exclusive breastfeeding. The aspect of procedure, activity are carried out in accordance with the SOP of health office. In the aspect progress, a monthly report has been made by the health center and assessment is made every 6 months. Next. Organizing. Aspect of organizing an exclusive breastfeeding program are activities, personnel, employment, employees, relationship, and environment. Activity aspect, there is a shared understanding of the activity to be carried out. Aspect the executive staff, there is an organizational structure according to the main duties and function of each. Aspect of work, all parties understand their respective job. employee aspect, there is a suitability of employee duties with their responsibilities and willingness to carry out duties. Aspect of relationship, there is a cooperation with cross-sector, namely the unity of movement, sub-district, cadres, women, it all. Environment aspect, regarding the facilities and infrastructure required in the implementation of the activity, it is still insufficient. Next. The organization of the exclusive breastfeeding program at the Yosadadi Community Health Center still not optimal. This is related to the lack of facilities and infrastructure at the health center. This is hither in the implementation of activity in the field. The facilities and infrastructure of the health center should be equipped with such as visual aids, a statue of mother to practice breastfeeding properly so that breastfeeding mothers can understand more. With the BOK funds available for ASI program, the facilities and infrastructure should be able to be fulfilled. Next. Implementation. The implementation or actuating of exclusive breastfeeding program at the Yosadadi Health Center is still not optimal. The routine of giving motivation by the head of the health center to his subordinate has not been implemented. But regarding the socialization of the exclusive breastfeeding program from health center officer and cadres to the community is not the optimal.
2 minutes more.
This is because the cadres have indeed carried out the socialization, but not all mothers have participated in the socialization. Cadres should be more active in implementing activity, and mothers who have participated in the socialization can provide knowledge or information obtained to other mothers who did not participate in socialization. Next. Supervision of the exclusive breastfeeding program at the Yosadadi Health Center was not optimal. Supervision of the exclusive breastfeeding program in the monitoring process before activity do not exist. The supervision process is only carried out during the activity by monitoring activity. Next. Okay, next. Conclusion. Planning. In the planning aspect, the objective, policy, procedure, progress, and activity are in accordance with what they should be. In organizing the activity to be carried out are in accordance with the plan. There is an organizational structure in accordance with the main tasks and function of each. There is cooperation with cross-sectional units, but the facilities and infrastructure are still insufficient. Implementation, the routine of providing motivation by head of the health center to his subordinate has not been implemented, but good communication has been established from the parties involved in activities.
Thank
the socialization, the activities,
Thank you.
breastfeeding program for
Mrs. Dwi, thank you for your first. Yes, your time is up, so we have to do the next speaker.
Okay.
Okay, now the next presenter is Mr. Gede Ivan with the title.
Udah conclusion.
I'm sorry. Please close your. Yes. Okay. Thank you. And please, Mr. Gede Ivan with the title. Okay, you can present now.
Okay. Thank you, moderator. Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, check.
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
Yes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On this happy afternoon, I'm Gede Ivan Krisnayana. Will present my research entitled, okay, the influence of organizational learning on improving the accreditation of public health Kebutambahan 1 and public health Sawan 1 in Buleleng District, Bali. Next, please. Next, please. Next, please.
Please wait a moment. We have a little problem.
Okay, okay.
Can you see?
Oh, yeah, page number 2. Page number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Background. The accreditation process is still a functioning picture at every Puskesmas. Accreditation is a benchmark for external quality assurance at its Puskesmas through organizational learning efforts. Next. Next. Next, please. Next. Next.
Okay, please wait.
Next, please.
We still
Next.
fix the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, you can continue.
Okay. Next. Design. The methods. You should mix methods of observational research, type with cross-sectional approach. Venue and time, Institut Ilmu Kesehatan Strada Indonesia.
Next.
Page number 3. Page number 3. Next. Yeah. Subjects, the population in this study involved to community health center, namely Kebutambahan 1 and Sawan 1 with 100 respondents with a purposive sampling technique. Next. Next, please. Dependent VAR. Bound achievement of accreditation, independent VAR, learning organization, analysis, data analysis, used in the study was a logistic regression, statistical test with alpha 0.05. Next. Next, please. Results. Influence directly that there is a close relationship or between the influence of organizational learning on the achievement of public health accreditation in Buleleng Regency with a value of 0.047, which means less than alpha 0.05. It is concluded that there is an influence of organizational learning on the achievement of public health accreditation in Buleleng Regency in 2019. Indirect influence, that there is no close relationship between education and informant knowledge on the achievement of public health accreditation in Buleleng Regency, where there R square value of 0.538 mean greater than alpha 0.05. So it can be concluded that there is no influence of the education and knowledge of informant or respondent on the achievement of public health accreditation in Buleleng Regency in 2019. Next. Next, please. Conclusion. There is the effect of organizational learning on the performance of accreditation at Kebutambahan 1, Puskesmas, and Sawan 1 Puskesmas in Buleleng Regency. Next. Documentation. Have three photo. Okay, next. Thank you.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah, thank
Mr.
you very much.
Gede Ivan,
Yeah.
for your nice presentation.